Hello everyone. So this session is all about Japan's real-world asset, but maybe it's a bit different from the Dapin project using IoT devices. I rather would like to focus on the security token, which is very rapidly growing in this year. So it's more like the capital market things, like equity or corporate loan or bond or securitized real asset. And so my name is Kazuhiro Sudo from Boostery as CEO, and my background is both from finance and technology. And also my academic background is both from Japan and China, Tsinghua University. So it's very honored to be here to present in such a big event here in Hong Kong. So today I'm going to explain 3 topics. So let me first introduce Boostery. So Boostery was established in 2019 through a collaboration with Nomura Holdings and RWA. Maybe as you may know, so Nomura is Japan's largest brokerage firm and global investment banking. And also our shareholders include SBI Holdings and the Japan Exchange Groups. They are also Japan's big financial institution. This is why our focus is capital market. So the challenge is how to expand this current existing capital market. Maybe there are 2 different directions to expand this capital market. So one direction must be the liquidity. So we would be able to include the low liquidity securities like unlisted stock or private fund or loan with a security token format. And also we would be able to include a non-money based kind of a right. It's a real world asset, such as a ticket, real gift, or a membership card, and so on with a utility token format. It's not a securities, but we can use both security token and utility token on the blockchain platform with liquidity. So by using this, we set up a blockchain platform for capital market in Japan. It's named iBet for Fin. So it's a permission blockchain. So that's why. So right now, 18 Japanese big financial institutions have joined this network, and they can exchange financial transactions on the blockchain network. And so this is a blockchain network. So we are distributing some functionality for Japan's capital market, like the blockchain protocol. We are using the Quorum, customizing it. And also wallet APIs, issuer APIs, and smart contracts as well. You can watch it on GitHub. And also we are implementing those open source code into our own product, and we launched several softwares for multi-stakeholders in capital market, like the corporate enterprise wallet for brokers, and issuer service for banks and trust banks, and mobile wallet for investors. So let me summarize the overview of Japan's security token market. And so it's a brief history of Japan's market. It begins with a legal reform in 2020. So after the legal reform, so Japanese big institutions are now be able to enter the security token market because the law became very clear, so easy to enter. So first, big brokerage firm like Nomura, Daiwa, and CBI, they started the security token market business. They are leading the market right now. Also, banks and trust banks are playing a very key important role in security token market. So banks are agent of issuer, and also trust banks are trustee and custodian for underlying real-world asset. And about infrastructure, iBet4Fin is Japan's first and leading blockchain platform. And also there are several blockchain platforms in Japan, like Progma is a number 2 platform, and also ADDX from Singapore, and Securitize from Japan, from the United States. But other blockchain platform except iBet or private blockchain, because so Japan's regulation is very strict, and so we cannot use the public blockchain. So iBet4Fin is the only consortium blockchain in Japan. And one more topic is secondary market. So last year, Osaka Digital Exchange started the secondary market for security tokens. I will tell you a little bit more later. So here's Japan's security token schemes. So as you can see, this is a existing capital market model. So there is a broker dealers between issuer and investor. So broker is an intermediator. So they can connect the issuer and investors' financial transaction and then record the financial transaction into a central security depository. It's a kind of a central authority to manage the securities right. So there are two different models of a security token in Japan. So one model is a disrupt CSD model. So we can replace the central security depository with a blockchain and smart contract. But in this model, we still need a broker. So broker need to connect the issuer and investors together. And finally, we may be able to disrupt brokers dealer as well. So in this model, there is no broker anymore. So issuer and investor connect directly and access to the blockchain by themselves. It's more like the Web3 model. But there are many challenges about this final Web3 model because there is no brokers who is playing a very important role in the capital market, such as KYC, AML, or tax application. So this is why it takes a very high cost for issuer. So maybe 99% of use case in Japan is focused on this number two disrupt CDS model. So it's a market size. So there has been a big progress in Japan last fiscal year. So the total amount of issuance of security token reaches 97.6 billion Japanese yen, which is approximately 650 million US dollars. So some of you may feel like it's a small market because it's a bit very different for a cryptocurrency. It's a $1 trillion market, but it's just the beginning. So market potential of capital market is very huge. So we believe this market is going to become very big and bigger if the market regulation become much more clearer. And so in this market, blockchain platform share, iBet4Fin platform is the #1 share platform. And also securities category, more than 80% of securities is securitized real estate product, and other 30% is corporate bond security token. And about the market share, stakeholders share, so left-hand side, it's a distributor share, and so it's a distributor to sell the security token to investors, and Nomura and Daiwa, those two big securities brokers, are leading this market, and they cover 70% of security token sales. And right-hand side is a trust bank as trustee for real-world asset token. So in this model, orange one is a Progma. It's a #2 blockchain platform. It's a private blockchain. This is why the Progma is nominated by Mitsubishi UFJ Trust Banking. On the other hand, iBet4Fin is composed of multiple trust banks because it's a consortium blockchain. And so let me share some use cases in Japan. So use case number one is the largest amount of security token with a utility token. So underlying asset is a Tokyo condominium. So amount is about 19 million US dollars. So this is for mass retail investors. So unique topic is investors. Security token investor can get utility token at the same time when they buy the security token. We provide a mobile wallet for security token investors and distribute utility token to investors. So what we want to do here is marketing from the financial standpoint. So here it's a traditional marketing model. So company need to put a lot of money for marketing activities such as a TV commercial or web advertisement and the coupon and so on. So they need to build the relationship between individual and company. So we called it a consumer thread. But problem is this consumer thread would be very fragile. So what we want to do here by using a security token and the utility token is a new marketing model. So we put additional relationship line between individual and company. We called it investment thread here. So we now have two different kind of relationship between individuals and company. So this is why this investment thread is maintained for a long time. And also it might be able to repair the consumer thread as well. This would be a new marketing model from financial perspectives. And so use case number 2, it's a totally different. It's a green bond, digitally tracked green bond for institutional investors. Since this is a green bond, so when issuer raises money from green bond, they need to put those money for green activity. So in this case, issuer builds the capital, builds the energy saving building by using the raised capital. And they put the IoT devices on the energy saving building, and then calculate the CO2 reduction effect and on the building by using the IoT devices. And then we extract that CO2 reduction effect data from the IoT devices and record that data on the blockchain, which is regarded as immutable evidence. And then Japan Exchange Group opens a website on which investor can access and check how their green investment calculates the CO2 reduction effect. You can check it in real time at any time. So this might be the Japan's DePIN, one of the Japan's DePIN project with using IoT devices. So finally, let me share some challenges for real-world asset token. So first challenge is it's a kind of oracle problem in cryptocurrency. So as you can see, so tokens are fully digitalized on blockchain, but on the other hand, real-world asset may not be digitalized. So this is why we need to link the exchange between tokens on blockchain and underlying real-world asset. So this is very complicated because different financial schemes have a different legal structure about the owner's right. So for example, when you want to transfer bond tokens, so you need to update the bond registry at the same time and so on. So this is a very complicated process and it depends on the financial structure, so you need to care about it. So challenge number 2 is liquidity. Maybe this is the most important one for future market. So it's a Japan's case. There has been some progress about the liquidity. Last year, Osaka Digital Exchange Group has opened a secondary market for security tokens. So now Japanese investors can access to regulated secondary market for security tokens through the brokers dealers. So now we have a liquidity here. So, but problem is Japan. So we have already had a real-world asset market here. We have a blockchain Ibetofin and also exchange by Osaka Digital Exchange. But this market is very closed in Japan. So maybe there must be a lot of liquidity pool, like maybe US liquidity pool, maybe Singapore, maybe here in Hong Kong. But those liquidity pools are not connected directly, because it's very different from a cryptocurrency, because there are technology barriers and regulation barriers. Maybe we are able to solve the technology problem by using the interoperability or something, but regulation barrier is much more complicated because different countries have a different regulation policies. So it's necessary to consider a scheme for adjusting regulation in each country. So it takes a long time and we need a dialogue. So this kind of the global event is very important. We can exchange our ideas and discuss our challenges, know each other for future collaboration. So this is a very beginning. Capital market potential is very huge. So hope we can make it happen for future real-world asset token market together. Thank you very much.